Welcome to a whole new show for the RacerX Podcast Network. It's Daniel Blair's Main Event Moto podcast. I'm Jason Wygant, welcoming Daniel to the RacerX Podcast Network family. We also want to thank our sponsors who are helping make this happen, including Maxxis Tires. Now, look, you already know that Maxxis delivers the best tires for your bike, including that Maxxis MX-ST tire developed by Jeremy McGrath. But did you know Maxxis also offers high-quality tires for your car, your light truck, your trailer, your ATV, your mountain bike, and much, much more? Pretty much everything. So Maxxis Tires, they'll help you hook up, pull the whole shot, and beat your competition in any terrain or conditions. Just ask the king, Jeremy McGrath. To learn more, go to Maxxis, MAXXIS.com. And this podcast is also sponsored by ETS Racing Fuels. With unmatched consistency and performance, ETS powers some of the most winning teams in motocross and supercross. Now, you probably know the name to the riders, but why don't you know the name of the fuel? Why? Because champions don't give away their secrets. But now, with ETS's new online ordering system, you can have ETS Racing Fuel delivered right to your door, your shop, or racetrack. So it's easier than ever to get ETS's championship-winning performance in your tank. So whether you're racing a 2-stroke or a 4-stroke, 2 wheels or 4 wheels, visit ETSRacingFuels.com and you'll have your own winning secret to keep. ETS Racing Fuels, the most winning fuel you've never heard of. So now it's time to hand over the keys to Daniel Blair, his producer Joe, and whatever other wackos they can bring into the studio for the Main Event Moto podcast right now.
Thanks for listening to Main Event Moto.
Skivvy Underwear, skvi.com. Team Skivvy, baby.
Ah, yeah, this is nice. Snuck out here to the public pool at night with the wood grain.
Team Skivvy, baby.
What was that?
Team Skivvy, baby.
What's up, Scummy? Founder of Skivvy Underwear, right?
Team Skivvy, baby.
Yeah, Team Skivvy.
Team Skivvy, baby.
Team Skivvy. Skivvy Underwear, I get it.
Team
you don't
Skivvy,
have to
baby.
keep saying
Team Skivvy,
it.
baby.
Dude, you're so... Man, just get off me. Let me go.
Team Skivvy, baby.
Team Skivvy, baby.
Yeah, Scummy, you don't have to try to drown
Team
me.
Skivvy, baby.
Yeah, I get it. Team Skivvy.
Team Skivvy, baby.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna get some Skivvy Underwear.
You're listening to the Main Show, a Main Event Moto podcast, powered by Nature's Bakery.
Time for episode 130. Joe, 130 of these bad boys.
Oh,
That's a lot.
130.
Huge shout out to Nature's Bakery, Fly Racing, Skivvy Underwears, Mika Metals, Scott USA, No Toil, Honda Cowie, KTM of Modesto, Guts Racing, EMT Racing, Keybar, Rep Racing, and Motosport.com. Joe, how we doing on
How you
this
doing, buddy?
early Sunday morning?
Feeling good.
It was 200 degrees 2 days ago, and now I'm chilly.
Now it's so nice, dude.
But it is early. Going to Hangtown today to give some lessons, some training. Got a birthday party to go to. My brother Vincent's littlest one, Oliver, also known as Ollie Man, his birthday at Rick's Pizza in Lodi. We got that on the menu.
Nice.
It's gonna be a good day. How you doing, bro?
So good.
I'm doing good too. My Cowboys won preseason last night. They look good. Well, I actually went on Twitter to see what other people thought they looked like, and apparently they look good. Preseason, that matters.
Definitely
A
not.
lot, just like in Moto. November, December, baby, when everyone's shredding the tracks.
Bro,
Ooh, he looks good.
We're 2-0. You don't hear me waving that flag around
You know why?
because preseason.
Back in the day when the Indianapolis Colts had Peyton Manning, it was a known thing. They would go 0-4 in the preseason, I think on purpose.
Right. I would too.
Just as a who cares?
Strategy, from a strategy standpoint.
And then like 14-2.
Exactly.
No, but I like how it compares to Moto too. You know what you always hear about who's flying in the offseason? Oh, dude, look at the video. Insta bangers, right? Everyone looks so good. But then the season happens, and that's what really matters. And that's where people get paid. That's where we do a show. We talk about how the results go on the weekend, not what they look like in the offseason.
Right.
Should we just intro now, or should we just make him sit here all antsy in his pantsy? What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
And now, coming from No Maturityville, USA, he hates French people but loves Malcolm Stewart. Put your hands together for Vincent Blair!
Good morning. Good morning, Vincent. How are you?
Waking up.
Committed, bro.
I know.
You know what? I'm proud of you. Here's why. Joe, 2 weeks ago, we were going to do a show on the off weekend. We had a disastrous trip to the Pacific Northwest. Vincent was ready to go, and we had to cancel the show on him. I felt bad. I said, dude, can you do it in 2 weeks? And he's like, I don't know. I hit him up. I said, dude, we got to do an early one Sunday morning. Are you in? And he says, I'm in. And he's here early. That's commitment.
I canceled the tea time, too, for this.
Did you?
Yep.
You don't look like it.
Check that mic for me, buddy.
Check.
You don't look like
Check-
you
keep
canceled
checking.
anything.
Check, Mike. Mike, check 1.
All right, that'll work.
Joe, does he look like he canceled his tea time, or does he look like he's going right after this?
Looks like a dude who's interested in welfare reform.
Oh, God. Don't get me started.
A little pre-show talk that didn't go well.
Lodi has just been getting a lot of homeless people. lately.
Lodi has, Joe. Lodi has.
That's it's getting bad. Honestly, when the inland little towns, little shithole towns start getting homeless people.
Did you hear what he just said?
Nothing wrong with what he said. Lodi is a shithole town.
Vincent hates Lodi. And Joe, to that point,
It's not too bad.
the fam, we went out to watch Angry Birds 2, which, by the way, is a very good movie. I was impressed. But yeah, downtown Lodi, which is a nice little spot. Not so nice the other night.
There's a neighborhood now that's developed of homeless people.
Hoboapolis.
Where have you guys been? Like this is
We've been in Lodi.
This is a thing. It's been around for a long
Dude,
time.
I mean, I've lived in other towns like that, but it's
Joe,
getting worse.
We lived in Lodi,
Yeah.
where there was an encampment down by the river. Well, I don't know if they broke it up or what.
No, they
but-
raided it, and now they all moved to this park where like kids play with. So that place just got
Where?
destroyed.
by the Great Festival grounds.
Yep.
That's where my daughter does her ballet. Literally walking from the car to
There's
the ballet
hundreds of 'em.
is
It's bad.
Get ready, boys.
Joe. What's the solution?
The tide is rising.
What is the solution?
There is no solution.
Yes, there is. We talked about it on the main show. There is a town in Florida that has been overran by homeless people, and there's this banquet hall, right?
I wanna
where
hear this.
Dude, there's a banquet hall that's owned by the city that has been it's turned into headquarters, right? And they don't know how to get rid of them. Some genius decided to buy
Mustard gas it.
No.
Oh.
No, that might be next. They bought a bunch of big speakers, like a sound system, like a damn concert. And all night long, they've been blasting Baby Shark all night long. And they're all leaving. They left. They're gone.
I'd leave too.
It's genius.
It is, dude. You play Baby Shark wide open.
So basically, just bug the shit out of them.
I got 5 minutes. That's all I got. in me, and
Non-lethal means of crowd disbursement.
Yeah.
It's great.
That's cool.
As a society, we just need speakers pointing in every direction. Eventually, they'll just all get on boats, dude, and go to an island and start their own, and then solution. There it is. All right. Should we talk about that, or should we talk about Shane McElrath?
I'm down to talk about anything.
I'd rather talk about Shane.
All right. Well, let's talk about Shane. Well, actually, first off, Vincent, what's up? How
Connected in my Were you worried about that a little bit?
Yeah. Well, I know you watched some of Bud's Creek, so I know. And
I love watching Bud's Creek.
I
There's
know.
some that I will watch all
Joe,
the time.
what'd you think of this track?
It's such a good track.
I don't think the passing is the greatest there, but the track itself is pretty cool, man.
We have this convo every time.
Do we?
About Bud's Creek.
I feel like we do, yeah. It's always the same. The passing's
Because-
shitty, but the track is cool.
Yeah. All right. Then
You know that like in the beginning of the day,
They like
it
to
seems
party.
like there's better passing going on because of the ruts are still developing, but eventually it turns into a 2-lane highway.
Yeah, but once it blows,
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
out, and it turns into just kind of blown out, then it becomes a little. I don't know. But it
Then
is a sick
faster.
track, and I thought it was for the most part good racing. I would say interesting racing more than good.
I get jealous when I watch some of these tracks, like Millville. I'll always watch
Millville,
Because-
Redbud, Bud's Creek, bro. That's the
if
podium.
those
for me.
tracks were near me, I feel like I'd probably still be riding.
I'm
just
stoked
fun.
for this movie, bro.
No, you're not. Do you want to go? My
Yeah.
buddy John. Okay, so the Studio Movie Girl, right? My buddy John's brother owns that company. There's Studio Movie Girls all over the country, and his brother owns it. We have got I don't actually know the date yet, but we actually have in Sacramento or Roseville, there's one, and he is working on a day where we're going to actually rent that movie out, because even his brother's like, wait, what movie? Like, Bennett's what? Like, had no clue. We are going to get a Moto kind of day to all go in this theater and watch this movie. And even like, I guess his brother's management was like, this is going to be a loss. Like we're bringing in Bennett's War and whatever. Apparently, it's being worked on right now to where we're gonna have Bennett's War at Studio Movie Grill. We're gonna all go watch. So, Joe, do you want to go?
Hell yeah.
It does look good. It looks super realistic to what is going on in Moto.
Looks really good.
Looks like Tommy Hahn's in there, number 32 on
Is-
Wasn't he number 32?
Probably a couple times.
Yeah.
Who knows? But no, Buzz Creek was good. But yeah, how connected are you to the sport in general?
I mean, I'll always be connected to it, but
All right, Joe, can we pop quiz Vincent?
No, don't.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, for fun.
Oh God.
Okay, before we get to Buzz Creek, let's just talk Moto in general. First question.
Hold on, I made notes, so
Oh God. So you're gonna see if any of your notes actually work for this?
yeah, man. I mean, Gio actually was funny. Is yesterday morning he gets up and well, actually he was already up. I forget what it was, but he turned it on and sure because I DVR at the outdoors still, and I walk out and there he is watching Bud's Creek. I'm like, yeah, dude. So
you
we
kinda
watch
know.
it.
All
He
right.
watches it too.
So all right, question one. What's going on with Cole Seeley right now? What's
He's
the headline?
retiring.
All right, this might backfire, Joe. He might know all the answers. Who's going to the Motocross of Nations?
Not weren't they? They were just mad about that because a lot of them said no, right? So they're doing like the B squad. I forget who.
Kind of.
Yeah.
What did Kawasaki say?
They said they're not going, right?
All right, Joe. This is backfiring.
Yeah. No Tomac, no Cincerello.
You know what he did? This is what you do if you really want to get reconnected to the sport, like Vincent probably did yesterday.
I have a photographic
just
memory.
Just go to Vital MX. They'll catch you up on everything.
I've never been on that website ever. What's Vital MX? There's a couple
Show
other things.
title, Joe. Just kidding. No,
a couple other things too. I was actually making notes I wanted to ask, but you
all
keep
right,
going.
no, then you go. Then if you got questions, then you go.
McElrath, okay. So it's this weekend he goes 1-1.
Yeah.
By far the best weekend that he's had all summer.
Not even just the results. The way, dude, he looks so good.
He
dude.
like earned it.
Oh,
too.
he didn't even. He
Sick.
smashed him.
Passing,
He was just perfect.
And he's going to Star.
Yeah. Good job.
I'm kind of confused about that a little bit. I'm not from actually. Yeah, I'm confused about McElrath switching from a team that he's been on for so long and developed. Obviously, the Star Yamaha isn't a bad bike. It's probably the best bike in that whole right factory. Yamaha.
Overall, it's the best 250.
I'd say KTM is close, right there. They're actually all good, but in 250s, it's just confusing to me. I don't know. I can't quite fully put my finger on it, but the fact that he's going over there, I mean, I obviously don't know the financials, but what a big risk for his last year. And then is it kind of a slap in the face to KTM? Is there something going on with them? Is he being, thrown in the back or something? I don't know.
It's a combination of everything you just said.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Okay.
I figured it was just a bunch of everything.
So first off, congrats to Shane on the 1-1 day because that was unreal. And to me, that was a little farewell gift to KTM.
You think?
Oh, I mean, just in general. I'm not saying he performed at a high level as a way to say thank you for everything you've done for me, but that's really what it was. It was hey, I'm on my way out of here, and we've had some good times and some bad times, and let me give you a WW to end this thing, but now I'm on my way out of here. But it's a combination of a few things. Number one, he's got 1 year left of eligibility, which is the confusing part to many, because people are like, wait a minute. He was supposed to point out this year, he had 1 point to go and didn't race, and his back, whatever, which was a legitimate problem. We knew that. But he ends up kind of like pulling out just enough to where he can race one more year. And a lot of people would say, well, he probably owes it to KTM to do his last year with them. They owe it to him. They've been together forever, whatever. Mm-hmm. Shane, I talked to him at the wedding, at Andy's wedding a couple weeks ago. And he said it was pretty much, I have 1 year left. In order for me to extend my career into the 450 class, I've got to win a title next year. Being really good, which is what he's been for a long time, is not enough to get him a deal.
You need a one plate.
Like, look at Savacci right now. Look how good he was in the 250, and he did a 1 year deal at Cowie. Now he's hoping he gets. I mean, it's a rough go when you don't get them titles. Then you go and be Aaron Plessinger, you go win 2 titles, and you're locked in big money for 3 years. So Shane needs the title, and earlier on in this season, they've been having issues with the bike, straight up. There's been some frame changes. There's been some issues. There's a big disconnect between KTM of America, KTM of Austria, TLD. There's been this political problem going on over there.
So just a cloud of
cloud of
confusion.
uncertainty. And when you're him, you want to go where it's certain. And where is it certain? Star Yamaha has the best bike right now. They do. It's the best bike. And Shane needs a title.
Yeah.
So when you don't know if the money is the same, which from my understanding it was real, I mean, we're talking 1% similar, you take a chance. What do you think? Do you ride it out with the team you've been on forever and just clean up the few things that you obviously just cleaned up? Like that bike looked unreal. Or do you go to the bike that's been pretty much the powerhouse for 3 years when you got 1 year? Is it a risk? Or did you take the less risky move by going to the team that's been killing it? What do you think? What would you do? Money's the same. 1 year to go. Gotta perform. Gotta win.
There's two things that happen to me when I switch into something new, but it could also backfire, right? It's like, oh, I got a new bike. It always happens. What happens every time you get in?
And it's not just the bike. He's leaving his Florida program out at Baker, whatever, and he's going to Swanepoel's. I mean, it's not just the bike. The whole thing is a switch.
Revamp, yeah, like a reboot. So how many times have you done that where, let's say, we were riding Yamahas for a while, and then we switched.
How good does it feel right off the bat?
God, you're so fast and good, but does it really help, It could. I mean, it's not like he's going into a bad program.
No, it's not like he took double the money to go ride for some crap program that doesn't ride. I mean, he's going from a good program to possibly a great one, but at the same time, he also has been on that bike and on that program for a long time. There's familiarities there. Did you like that, Joe?
I want to know.
Put that whole word together in one shot without even messing up.
That was good, buddy.
You should ask him.
Ask him what?
Later on, whenever we get a chance to talk to him again. Just what was the turning? What was it that made him act? Okay, I'm going to. Because
I'll tell you off air.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, there's a lot of politics and complications, and again, this isn't even a team issue. It's not even
Who are they picking up?
It's not even a who TLD.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's part of it. They're going full youth, full reboot.
Yeah.
They're having a team of rookies next year. Hartraff will be like their only vet next year. It's going to be 3 rookies in Supercross and Hartraff. So the KTM program is doing like a reset. And I mean, maybe that's maybe their way of looking at it is, hey, Ferrandis is the Mac Daddy in the 250 class. We're not going to beat him next year, so why spend the money to even try? Let's just start over. Maybe that theory will work out good for them in a couple of years. But for the most part, the TLD team lost Jordan Smith to Pro Circuit.
Right.
Shane McElrath to
Star.
You got RJ Hampshire leaving Geico for Husqvarna. My question to you, just of those 3,
That's right. I have that.
who has the best 2020 of the guys that are taking their gamble and moving on to new programs? Who do you think?
Shane could easily be the best.
Could be.
Easily. I mean,
the PC bike's pretty good too, though. Jordan Smith's going to PC where they're going to win themselves an outdoor title. We'll get to that in a second, but
yeah. Honestly, it's too close to That's the thing about lights, which is so cool. That's why I almost like watching the 250 class
because there's
more.
so much crazy.
There's too many winners
and a lot of variables.
Almost said wieners. Too many wieners.
Too many of them, huh?
Sounded French.
And there's Evan in the background loving it because right now, Joe.
That's how Ferrandis says wieners.
Hey.
I was a wiener today. No?
No, that was pretty good.
That was more Italian than French.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got
Joe, Evan's at that age right now where like the word wiener is so cool.
Evan,
dude.
I'm at that age.
Fart. I don't know.
No, he's grown out. He's
my
grown
kids
past. Unlike you, Vincent, Evan's grown past that word.
It's all about the wiener,
It's
huh?
all about wiener. Anyways, for me, McElrath, Smith, Hampshire, I don't know how it's going to play out for all 3. All 3 could do great. All 3 could be plateaued at the same, could get worse, whatever. In my opinion, though, nobody touches Ferrandis next year except for maybe Sexton indoors and then maybe Faulkner indoor and out. And I don't see anyone beating Dylan except for those 2. So
Star Yamaha is going to be lit up, dude.
What do you mean gonna be?
Even more.
Dude, Bobby Reagan,
I
the
know,
owner of
those guys,
Star, is like, he's playing like the game. What's the old game?
He's like the
Game of
Lakers.
War. No, the Game of War on your phone you could play, where you take over the world.
Risk.
Bobby Reagan is playing the game of Risk.
Man, you are a loser.
I know, and he is
There's
just
so many other games that are
literally
cooler than that.
No, that's the best one. He is trying to take over the sport, Joe. If he could afford 12 riders, he would go buy the 12. He's just...
Yeah.
He's monopolizing the sport at the top right now. That's what he's doing.
Smart dude.
I'm even more of a Shane fan now. I mean, I love Shane, and now that he's going to be on Yamaha, sick.
What if he went to Suzuki? Would you be even more excited?
No.
Just joking. So anyways, I don't think anyone touches Ferrandis next year. Maybe Faulkner.
Really?
Faulkner and Sexton will give him some, but no, Ferrandis 6. I actually had a conversation with somebody this week, talking about Ferrandis a little bit, and it kind of gives AC a little bit of a boost. So hear me out on this. When Hurlings was killing the 250 class a couple years ago, there was this guy, Dylan Ferrandis, over in Europe, who had some injuries and had a hard time putting it all together, but could mess with him a lot, could challenge Hurlings, while Hurlings was becoming a freak show, right? Ferrandis comes over here, and look how good he's done. Indoors, outdoors. I mean, he's become the 250 daddy, other than AC, who gave him that, I'm going to say the words, he gave him that Supercross title. That was Adams to win. Adam had a decent enough lead where that should have been his. Ferrandis is that good worldwide, right? Well, AC could have beat him in Supercross, should have beat him in Supercross, and now is beating him in outdoors. Does that give AC a little bit of a bump in what he's doing right now? Dylan's awesome, and Adam's handling him in both championships. I think Adam is such a confusing guy. If you look at just the way he's done things, the little injuries, the big injuries, the little crashes, the big crashes, whatever. He has cleaned it up, though, and for him to have the season he's having, beating a guy like Ferrandis, who is pretty much giving it to everybody else, I think that bodes well for AC. Just in general, if we look back on this year, I think we're going to look back and go, damn, that was a pretty amazing season, 2019, for Adam. What do you think?
I wasn't paying attention.
All right, great show, everybody.
Have a great weekend.
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm glad you. I'm glad you went on Vital and looked a couple things.
I'm sorry.
Up,
No.
Way to pay attention.
Okay, so I can't do two things at once.
Sorry, Joe.
I'm so sorry, but
so what were you looking at in your phone then? I just gave you 5 minutes of. What a letdown on the response, man.
I'm being honest, dude. But hold on.
All right, go through your notes. I'll wait.
Okay, sum it up real quick. I was listening and then I stopped for a second. Go ahead.
I don't even know what I said.
General question.
Joe, what did
Something
I
about
say?
AC. Oh, and the next year in Ferrandis and Hurlings was doing good and all that stuff.
The disrespect.
I'm sorry, man. I have seriously.
All right, just tell me what you have in your notes. Maybe that's better.
Okay.
What do you got?
Motocross sucks. Hold on, that's the wrong.
Oh, I have a point on that though.
I have the wrong one.
Joe, I figured out why I don't like motocross as much as I like Supercross.
Okay.
I figured it out.
All right.
It's plain and simple to me.
I like this. I'll listen.
Other than a slight adjustment to an obstacle here or there, the tracks are always the same. I have no excitement in, what is the track going to be? Because I love
same
watching
lines.
these guys figure out a brand new track and who can master it and who can find the passing lines and who can get through this rhythm section. And Supercross is still, the tracks are always similar. You can't do much, but they're always different. Every year you look at the track printouts, that track has never been done, ever. That actual layout, obstacle, whatever. Budds Creek, as cool as it was, within 2 minutes I was like, oh yeah, that track. It is still the same track with the same turning rollers and the same tabletop. I think if you're MX Sports, you go to the National and you go, hey, guess what? You want to be
Tracks backwards.
Or you should, 50% of the obstacles need to be changed. The finish line tabletop, turn that into the roller section and make the finish line where the rollers were a turning tabletop. Change the damn tracks. You guys make $100 million every single event. Seriously, spend it on fuel in the dozer and do at least the obstacles. Because within a lap or two, I'm like, oh yeah, same track. And as much as I love Budds, by the third lap, I'm like, I've kind of lost a little bit of interest in the track because it's the same damn tracks going on decades.
Joe,
and that's not as cool to me.
This is what, your third outdoor season? Committed?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so then what do you think? Are you used to the tracks yet or no?
No, not at all. And we talk about this all the time. You guys are old, jaded, washed up dirt bike racers, man. I'm not tired of the track.
I am.
But that's just,
This track was 90...
Because you've seen it for 3 more decades than I have.
I know, but still, it's 95% the same track as last year, which was the same track as the year before, which is the same track as the year before.
So
and for me,
boring,
it's
dude.
not. It doesn't challenge the riders in a way of figuring. Okay, you have to figure out new ruts.
Yeah, but Daniel,
new
you can
ruts
say
this
that
year
about
than last year.
everything. Basketball, it's the same play.
Yeah, but
It's the same.
With basketball,
game.
you
It's
have
the
more
same-
variation in players
with
and
football,
changing
it's the same
and team
plays,
rosters.
It's the same this. It's the same
No,
that.
Eli Tomac has now done how many hours on this exact same track over and over? It doesn't. I want to see them challenged. In fact, I'll go on a limb right now and say that's one of the reasons why Eli's so good outdoors.
Yeah.
He masters things and is pretty awesome when it's mastered. In Supercross, notice how he struggles a little bit, has weird issues, whatever, because he's dealing with a track that he had to figure out over the course of like 30 minutes.
So he's not talented. He's a hard
No,
worker.
he's talented, but it's more challenging when you have to figure out something brand new. When these guys go to the line for their heat race
Yeah, but
in
some
Supercross,
people have the talent to just walk up to a track and be badass at it.
well, they have the ability to learn things quicker, maybe. But what I'm saying is when you go to Supercross to the heat race, these guys are going off of like 30 minutes. They're going, okay, wait a minute. Okay, this rhythm. Okay, yeah, that is the better. Like they're having to figure things out on the fly.
Yeah.
Dude, Eli could close his eyes, legitimately close his eyes and get top 10 at
So
Bud's
Joe,
Creek.
you don't care about the tracks yet. I mean,
No.
how,
You're not
how many
bored,
years
you're
do you
not
think
bored of
you
these
would
tracks
be?
yet?
No.
How many seasons is it going to take where you're like, okay, this track again? Oh yeah, this track, same jumps, same lines.
Realistically,
Like this is
probably
the spot. I remember
7 to
Savachi
10, but you've seen it
knocking
every
himself
you've
out
seen
right
it every
here.
year since you were 2 years old. Like you're obviously going to be tired
But
of it.
for me, the point I'm trying to make is it's not so much of me actually watching the track itself. It's me watching the riders ride a track
Right, the
they
way that
know
they
too
handle
well.
it. Right. Yeah, they've memorized it.
They've memorized
Yeah.
it, and they know they can watch video and what even the bike setup for the most part. It's funny how these guys every year are like, I couldn't get the bike right, even though you're riding the same track you've ridden 10 years in a row at the same place. Maybe the rut's different. But what I'm getting at is I figured out why I don't like outdoors much. Is because I don't like watching guys ride mastered tracks that they've all mastered going on a decade.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? That's why
I don't think Joe thinks we're dumb for thinking that either.
it's just it's a newer fan versus an old jaded fan, which I'm not going to argue with. I mean, I am jaded. I've seen this track so many. This left right here, down on this off camber. Look at this tight off camber. Rad, right?
Yep.
It's not rad when I've seen so many hours of the same corner.
That's a perfect example because I feel like that little turn and then the turn back to the right is super dope. Like I love that.
This track is super dope.
It is, but again,
Doug Henry, poor guy.
Oh yeah, Joe doesn't even know about that. Okay, Joe,
I don't.
right?
YouTube Doug Henry Budds Creek, and you'll
Don't.
see multiple crashes.
Just don't show my kid. He'll be spooked. He won't even want to ride today.
Nuts, man.
Right here, Joe. See right here? Here's Bogle leading Tomac. Right here. Dude, arm pump wide open off this. Flew all the way to the bottom.
Oh, no.
Wide open to right there.
Dang.
Actually, look it up, Joe.
Yeah, watch it.
But anyways, yeah, I'm jaded, whatever. But outdoors MX Sports needs to tell Budds Creek, hey, you want to be on the schedule next year? That's great. Every obstacle needs to be changed. Where there's a tabletop, make it whoops. Where there's whoops, make it a tabletop. You can run the same layout because you can only do so much with a hill.
Right.
But dude, change the jumps. Like, why not? Why not?
Hold on, can we go back to my notes? I saw Ferrandis in my notes and Faulkner. Were you talking about that?
Yes,
That was what it was about?
sort of. I
Yeah.
think Faulkner is
No, you're talking about just Ferrandis being the
in
guy.
general. He's the guy next year. With Adam
yeah.
gone, there's a good chance Ferrandis waxes everybody
Yeah,
unless
okay.
Faulkner comes back from his injury. Oh yeah, what's going on with Faulkner and his chick, Vincent? Pop quiz.
They're married, engaged. Wow. What? Okay, I know it's some funny joke, but it's as much as I hate motocross, I'm still gonna be in it, watching it. It was my whole life.
So that's how you live your life.
Until I'm on the tour and I'm so busy.
You're deep into things that you hate.
Until I'm on the PGA, I'm gonna be. I
Joe,
have
does
time
he have
for it.
one foot in the door, one foot out? He's just waiting for that golf career to take off. Then he's like,
Hell
photo's
yeah.
done. Canceling my DVR.
Oh, by the way,
Spank my child if he
Gio-
wakes up watching it.
Gio every day asks when we're gonna go to the dirt bike track with you and Evan.
That's
and
funny
ride.
because Evan asks me every day, when is Uncle Vincent going to give a crap about my racing career?
He does not ask that. God.
Yes, he does.
Evan. Hey, Evan, does it bum you out that Uncle Vincent never watches you ride a race? Oh,
Look at that
his face.
Oh
Look at
my
his face.
God.
Precious.
He's
He looks-
sad.
Ollie looks like him so much.
I know.
Dude.
Anyways, what else is in your notes, Vincent?
Okay, hold on. So Faulkner,
Yep.
that's his third. No, What year?
Oh man,
Last year. This is the third year next year, right?
next year will be fourth year.
Yeah, but this he's gonna point out.
No,
No.
no.
Why
Maybe
not?
we should go back to me running this show, Joe.
No, hold on.
He doesn't even know what he's reading in his own notes.
Yes, Faulkner can definitely give Ferrandis a run.
Okay, indoor and out. Think about
Yeah.
this. Faulkner's going to be in
On
a
outdoor.
somewhat similar situation as AC. AC last year, Joe, was pretty good in Supercross, but it all kind of fell apart.
Oh, I got
Yeah.
one. Called it on Seeley retiring. Remember?
Yeah.
Also,
I mean, I think anyone could have called it.
Savaji.
All right.
Zavaj. What? Is he on Cowie next year? I mean,
No,
Oh,
he's not,
why?
because he was a one-year deal.
Why?
Because, I don't know, what are you getting at?
Because he's a fluffer, dude.
So what do you think about Cowie then next year not having a fluffer?
I know. That
What
was
do you-
another thing in my notes. That someone's going to become one, okay?
Someone has to be the fluffer.
Yeah.
Okay, and we already had someone ask that, Joe, last week in listener questions.
Oh, really?
What happens in the Cowie rig when Eli is now dealing with his best number 2, who happens to not want to be a number 2 and probably won't be a number 2?
Well, we watched it happen with Webb and Musquid. Two number ones. One has to become a number 2. Speaking of number 2, can we take a break? I gotta
All right,
go.
Joe, let's come back with let's come back with uppers and downers after Vincent
Oh, something's going down.
Vincent takes care of business.
Main event moto.
Let's be real. Kids and adults like things that taste good. What if you had a food that tasted unreal and was healthy?
Dad, get me some Nature's Bakery.
What flavor, Evan?
Any, duh.
Seriously, my kid is a pain when it comes to track snacks, but since we started eating Nature's Bakery, it's gotten a lot easier.
But Dad, don't you always call Mom a track snack?
That's not what I mean, Evan. Make sure you eat Nature's Bakery when you're at the track. Convenience is everything to us in the Bat Cave, and that's why we rock a key bar and no toil filters. Trust producer Joe, you're sick of that jingle jangle in your pocket.
Yes, sir. Just go get a key bar, like your Bat Bros.
And if you're not using no toil filters, you probably still have a flip phone. They make one of the worst bike chores easy. Throw the filter in the wash machine with your ladies' panties, and they'll never be cleaner. Get with the program and get a key bar and switch to no toil. Pay attention, Motoheads. I'm a picky SOB, especially when it comes to products on my son's bike. That's why we run Mika bars, sprockets and chains, and a gut seat cover, and it's not even negotiable. Look, if you care about quality and performance on your bike, you'll be running Mika metals and gut seats and covers. And if you don't, you're a what, Evan?
A noob like Uncle Vincent.
Main Event Moto Podcast.
Before we get to the uppers and the downers, what do you guys think of Ty Masterpool's first moto? That was cool. He was a schoolboy. I desperately want him.
Every time.
It's just, you can't.
You can't
it's
help
one of the
it.
best lines
It is.
of all time. I desperately want to make love to a schoolboy.
That wouldn't work today.
No, it wouldn't. Ooh, AC making a little bubble. Hey, so what do you think of that, though? Youngster out there leading.
He's badass.
You know, he's been all right lately, like the last month, but I feel like since all the rookie kids popped in here after Loretta's, he's like, I'm going to step it up a little bit because I want to be better than all these kids, which in moments he has been. But I was impressed the first moto. He looked pretty composed, and they ended up chewing him up, which it's okay. But what'd you think, Vince, by watching this race? Because you actually surprisingly did. What'd you think of Masterpool?
He's awesome. I think he's got a good future, especially with this team that he's on.
Now, here's where I know you're not going to be connected, but
Okay.
Word on the streets is they have a feeling, and this might not be true. I've just heard this from numerous people that are pretty accurate. The word on the street is they don't want to do Supercross. He don't want to do it. The dad don't want, like, they
don't feel ready.
They don't. Well, no, I'm saying like at all. They say,
period.
And I heard this, and this might not be fair, so don't freak out on me. But I heard that they literally had a conversation with Star and said, "We don't do Supercross." What do you think about that? I mean, this sport, the way it's been
Reminds me of
going,
my coworkers. You know, they're getting paid the same as me, and then some really hard fluorobarium enema comes up, and they just go,
yeah,
I don't do fluoro. What? I hate
Joe?
my job.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So transition into our uppers and downers. Let's do it.
Uppers and Downers brought to you by Fly Racing.
All right, uppers and downers. Joe, do we let the guests go first and kill the mood in here?
Hell yeah.
No, I don't want to go first. I hate
All right,
making
so
you go first.
we decided that this week's uppers and downers is going to be more life-related stuff, not necessarily moto-related, even though my upper is moto-related. DRS, Joe. I finally got Evan's suspension done. Everyone talks crap and says, oh, Moto Dad, Moto Dad. Dude, I just got my kid's suspension done for the first time in 3 years, all right? He's ridden bone, stock, everything. I actually got him little bar risers even, got a suspension done, changed his gear. Like, I'm going all in, Joe.
Nice.
I'm a Moto Dad. I got a suspension done finally.
Good job, Dad.
And you know why? Because the kid snapped his frame. He's blown out 3 rear wheels now, and I finally realized that he's probably needing a little bit of help. So, I want to give a huge shout out to DRS. Hooked it up, and Evan ripped last night. Went 1-1-1-1,
Ooh-wee.
and his bike looked good. So,
Good job, Evan.
yeah, I apologize to Evan for 3 years of just bone stock clapness.
Character building.
I know. And I want to give a shout out to my buddy Mike, too. Evan's bike's been running a little weird. I didn't know you're supposed to change the spark plugs every 100 hours. Put a new
Come on, Poppy.
I know. I put a new one on, dude, and the bike shredded last night. Just a spark plug.
You know Bud's Creek nook and cranny by heart, but you don't know to change the spark plugs?
No, I don't know anything about being a 50 parent. I don't.
Daniel was a horrible mechanic.
I was horrible. I don't know anything about anything when it comes to working on bikes, and I don't remember the 50 life because it's been like 30-something years since I was in it.
Yeah.
So literally, it's funny because when it comes to the actual sport in general, I feel like I know probably more than everybody at Riverfront last night.
What a prima donna.
But
I don't know
when
how
it-
to work on bikes.
But when it comes to
you only
50
rode them
life,
since you came out the womb.
Yeah, he never
I
worked on
rode
it.
them, Joe. I rode them.
Oh.
All right, I didn't work on them.
Loser.
All right.
This is sad to admit, but I
Man.
have no shame. I've never changed a tire on a motorcycle, still to this day.
Oh.
Coffee is kicking in.
What do you do? You make Maggie do it?
Waking up.
Yeah, Maggie's out there.
How
just
dare you guys do it
standing
so
flat.
early? You guys knew this, didn't you? You did it on purpose.
No, I told you we have legit reasons why we had to schedule early. So my upper is DRS suspension for the hookup on the plushness of Evans 50.
Dang.
My downer, Joe, you see the weather next week? It's 102, like 6 days straight.
Ooh wee.
I'm over it, dude. Al Gore caused all this. Him and his
Damn it,
jets.
Al Gore.
Him and his private jets, dude.
That's
caused all of this.
That's right. Him and your boy Leonardo DiCaprio.
Him and Leo did all this.
Yeah.
But it's late August. It's time to be done with that. I'm over it.
It's always
It's
hot
not-
August nights.
Nah, it's
Okay,
just
it's hot
I'm over it.
in August.
I'm ready for fall. I'm not happy.
You ready for your pumpkin spice latte and your Uggs,
No, actually,
and your scarf?
Sam Adams Oktoberfest beer is like my favorite, and it's the season. It's coming. Can't wait.
I drink Coors Light all season, every season.
Sounds about right. You seem like a person who likes to drink whatever. All right. Just headache.
What's your downer? Oh, the hot.
the weather?
Okay.
Joe, I'll go. You go next.
My upper are the Raiders, boy.
2-0, baby.
Doing it big.
You've been watching Hard Knocks,
AB's feet healing up.
dude.
Pretty gross looking.
Antonio Brown.
Painful looking.
I don't know how that happened.
Cryo chamber.
Is that what did that?
Cryogenesis.
He's stuck in there too long and
His feet are disgusting.
fried his feet.
Cryotherapy for real?
Oh my
Yeah.
God, Tomac's pass
Did
on
he get
Bogle.
did he get the Blackfoot?
He got
Damn near, dude. It's.
Yeah, he got like early frostbite stages. It cracked it all. and
Adam Sandler?
I just watched that, Mr. D. I watched that 2 nights
What
ago.
do they call it?
So good.
What do they call it when your foot gets so cold that it turns into?
It's like frostbite. He got frostbite on his foot. Yeah, they're gross. What's your downer?
It's such a funny,
Antonio-
it's such a funny like thing in a movie. His foot is all
Random.
black.
He puts his foot in the ice.
Yeah, he has to
and,
break the ice. It's
what's her name?
perfect. Winona Ryder.
Winona
She
Ryder.
won't touch it.
She's like,
just grab it.
grab it.
I'd be like, no, I don't think so.
Oh, did you guys watch Stranger Things?
No,
Yeah.
Joe did.
All of them?
Yeah.
Nice. What do you think?
It's his downer.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's his downer.
Yeah, Stranger Things.
I know.
Speaking of my downer.
No, Joe's downer is the new Tool album coming out. Vincent, do you like Tool? We've never talked about this.
Yeah,
ever.
but I'm not like hardcore fan about them. I mean, they're okay.
If, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being you have a tattoo of Tool across your neck, and 1 being me, where are you as far as being a Tool
What is
fan?
it when if you hear a Tool song, you won't change it, but
But you'll
ready
never
for
choose it?
Yeah,
What is that called, Joe?
I don't know.
me neither.
That's Vincent.
That's how I'm with a lot of bands. To
All
be
right, so
honest.
Joe's downer, the new Tool album. All right.
What about the new Sum 41 album?
Big upper. Big upper.
You're a liar.
Never heard.
Can't wait for that.
You're a liar.
It's already out.
Joe seems like a Sum 41
What about the new
guy.
Slipknot album? I heard. I haven't heard any of it yet, but I heard it's out.
Don't know. Joe, what's your downer for real? I apologize for...
You know me, bud. Life is too good right now.
There's
nothing to be down on.
It's not true.
Except for maybe AB's feet. I'll give that.
Come on, Joe. That's
all I got,
something's
bud.
bothering
I'm
you.
not a down person. You know that.
I know.
I'm up on life.
But reality of life. Things bother you.
Ain't nothing bothering me right now.
7:30 a.m. on a Sunday doing a podcast?
Follow me on Twitter. You want to see what's bothering me. That's just,
Anything going on in the country?
No, nothing.
Joe's
Move
pumped.
on. Get it to
Everything's-
Vince.
Okay. I'm just poking, dude. He's not giving in.
Nope.
Vincent, upper, downer, what you got in life? How is life? Please don't go there.
What, with golf?
The word. It came out.
Why is that so bad? You guys just talked about football.
Football's cool.
Yeah, but for like 30 seconds, though.
Yeah.
All right, I won't talk about golf.
30 seconds.
That wasn't my upper. My upper right now is my life in general, I'd say.
Wow.
Everything is stable. I have a lot of time to do a lot of cool things. And I started working out again.
What?
Yeah. I'm training hard.
Got a cool hat.
Yeah.
What is
Got
that
a,
hat?
Got a cool shirt.
Cobra.
Oh, Cobra?
Cobra hat.
Cobra
hey, you
hat,
brought up
Puma
golf.
shirt.
Got some cool ideas for reforming welfare.
I'm not going to be a part of it, but I have
Who
good
was
ideas.
that guy, Survival of the Fittest, the old school dude? Something's Law. No, what's the guy who was like
Oh, Darwin.
Darwin? Yeah, Vincent's got a little Darwin going on in his thoughts these days.
No, I have no Darwin in my thoughts.
All
That guy was
Darwin.
an idiot.
What do you think about Darwin, Joe?
Stop it, man.
For a
Fairy
different
tale.
show. For a different show. All right,
Hey,
what's your downer?
if you want to read an adult fairy tale book, read The Origin of Species by Charles Darwin. Okay, my upper. Let me finish my upper. So I went on. I don't want to say it's like a midlife crisis because I'm not
Full-blown
midlife.
midlife crisis. Early life crisis.
Is there such a thing? I don't know. Maybe you guys have gone through it since you're way older than me.
Joe. Way older.
Okay.
Way older.
It's true.
So I started working out again, and I found my retainer from when I had braces when I was like 16 or something.
Please tell me you didn't put it on.
I cleaned it, I hydrogen peroxided it, and I've
No,
been
you
wearing it every night.
Joe, in reality, did he just put it on?
Probably.
He just stuck it in his mouth.
Yeah.
Gross.
It's fine.
No, actually, that's not what
how off
of
were you-
all people on this planet.
I
Do you
know.
think that's what I
Yeah,
did?
Dude, Vincent follows his kids around the house and just cleans wherever they walk. They just walk and he just cleans the
Yeah, because
ground
I don't want to
behind
get
them.
sick. I hate getting sick.
Yet you guys are always sick. Your whole
I
house is
haven't been
always
sick.
sick.
I haven't
And
been
you're
sick.
walking around disinfecting everything. But
So,
all right.
anyways, I started whitening my teeth. I'm working out again.
I let my kids lick the bottom of shoes.
straightening my teeth.
Sound like a divorced dude with some issues.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. And then
Delete Facebook, join a gym, hire a lawyer. Those are your three options.
I don't even go
Or
on
all
Facebook
three.
anymore.
What's
Anyways.
your downer? Your upper life is boring me. What's up with your
Okay,
downer?
so my life's good, right? But there's also a part of my life that isn't good, and that's I need a career change bad.
Joe, it's hard it's crazy how he says how good life is when what you do for work takes up the most time in your life.
Yeah.
When that part's like your downer, but life's good, I'm confused. Explain to me.
Because when I go to work, I'm trying really hard to be empathetic to these people that I'm dealing with every day, but it's starting to become too hard to be empathetic. Just, I'd say like 9 out of 10 people. I'm being completely honest, okay? 9 out of 10 people seriously
Need to get it together.
They're abusing the system. They're making stuff up. They're wasting everybody's time and money. And when people who really need to be in a hospital or really need to see a doctor, they're finally, those people aren't being seen correctly. The people there are over it. The doctors are over it. It's getting to the point where the hospital is like a country club to these people, and they're not paying for it. And all these issues that they're having could be completely taken care of on their own accord, right? So just, I probably see 100 patients a day, right?
Really?
No.
Yeah, that's a lot, bro.
I would say 50, 60 on a busy day, but like the whole department will see over 100, right? And it's getting to the point where I'm now becoming robotic and just, it's negative, and it's before I even see this person coming in, I look at the paper and it just says like, abdominal pain. And the first thing I do is I look at the weight, and sure enough, it's just like, you're giving yourself this abdominal pain and you don't even care. And you're coming in here and I have to help you get out of your wheelchair. That's like, like I'm blowing my back out because you can't even get on a 4-foot table, 2-foot table. It's just over and over and over. It's getting to the point where I just don't even like feel sorry for them anymore. I'm almost mad.
So it's ruining your feeling because you're obviously, Joe, he's in the field of helping people get better. That's the field he's in, right? Mm-hmm. Helping people. You're losing your mojo. Yeah,
well, here's another example. A guy comes in for like a knee X-ray or something, and he's in a wheelchair, and he has his legs were just amputated, about halfway down his shin. And,
both?
Both. And
what's his name?
That's because because of
stop.
I just want to see if
he won't take care of himself.
I can take care of your job for you. I could get you fired real quick. Just say his name.
He won't take care of. I know, right? He won't take care of himself, and he's been slowly losing his limbs to type 2 diabetes. That is completely reversible if you take care of yourself, right? But this guy, he's a frequent flyer coming in. I think I started seeing him when he just got his feet amputated.
Wow.
You know what I mean? It's just getting to me to the point where I'm starting to like have animosity towards humanity.
Whoa.
And I think I need a new job, like a different career where I can enjoy being with people instead of seeing them.
So the paycheck's fine, the stability's fine, life's good, but when you go there, you're just getting eaten up.
Yeah, they're just coming in and all these things.
It's like you're a cop. And you're only seeing the worst of society on the regular basis.
Yeah, and you know what? Have you seen these doctors too, that where they have no empathy? Doctors are literally just the nurses are there to be the helpful person. You know what I mean? The doctors come in like,
yeah, I was gonna say they're not all jaded like Vincent. We talked about Asian Gam Gam, the one that my nurse that dealt with me.
Yes. Chun Li.
She loves her job, or she just loved me. Vincent, I had a nurse that took care of me in my worst moments.
Yeah.
And then she goes home and she's on her podcast and she's upset too, but dude, she was really good in the hospital.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, in the world, there's a lot of people out there that should not.
Think about that though, Joe. A lot of people go into fields where their job is to help people. Like you said, a cop, in the medical field, you do see the rough stuff all the time. And I wonder how long it goes before you're just like, I wouldn't say the words dead inside, but just like hurt, you're just like emotionally worn out of being around negative stuff.
Well, there's a lot of jobs like that. Remember we talked about content moderators for Facebook on the May show.
Oh, dude.
And how those people last about 15 months. They get so beat down by just seeing the worst. A million times worse than anything you could possibly see as an X-ray tech.
I'm sure
these guys are just.
I'll catch myself too if I get a
ready
patient
to blow their brains out.
If I get a patient that actually did need help, or like let's say a young kid in sports, I get a lot of high school kids or football, dislocated shoulder, they had surgery or whatever. Like I'll catch myself having full on conversations with them, dragging my ass through that case just to like get myself pumped up. Like I had surgery. I need to get back out there. I had college recruiters.
So they're there to get better.
And it's like, I need that
on the grind of achievement, not just like, how can I survive this month?
Yeah, and then I'm into it, and I'm doing a good job, and then the next 40 people are just like, like, what are you doing? Get out of here.
All right, well,
let's go take care of yourself.
Let's get out of here with that.
Or pay for it yourself.
All right, Vincent, I want to do a speed round of motocross questions. For those of you still listening, appreciate it. Thank you. For those of you who stuck around,
We love you.
You wanted to know
love
my
you.
dad. You wanted real life uppers and downers.
I know that was my fault. So let me.
So if anyone is hiring for something cool, hit me up.
A plea to the people. All right, so now let's get back to Moto Talk, and I'm going to ask some questions to the most disconnected ex-pro in the history of dirt bike racing. All right, Vincent, you ready? Speed round.
Speed, okay.
So Tomac's got 2 years left on his Cowie deal. I'm under the assumption that those are his last 2 years. That's just what I'm thinking.
Solid.
He's won 3 outdoor titles in a row in smackdown fashion. What's more likely in these last 2 years? That he wins a Supercross title, or that he wins 2 more outdoors and goes 5 straight outdoor? Do you see someone coming up and beating him in the next 2 years, or do you see him figuring it out in Supercross? Which one? Most likely.
I have to choose one or the other.
Yeah, which one do you think is most likely?
I say outdoor more than Supercross.
Joe, what do you think? 2 more outdoor titles for a guy who's just...
That's more possible.
I mean, dude, he's clinching around early almost every time. I mean...
Yeah, but AC and on 450 next year. Woo!
I mean, if you got to go off past results, it's not out of the realm of possibility.
Barsha, dude.
So
look at his line choices.
As Joe says, if you go off facts, which is what we have, which is 3 years straight of domination, and then how many years of Supercross, just whatever.
Yeah.
Same story every year. I'm with you guys. I say he goes 5 straight. All right, next one.
Hold on, I got a question. What do you think the first thing that Tomac says to AC when he gets into the Cowie building?
He says...
He goes, hey.
Go ahead, Vincent. You go first.
This is my house. And AC just like, oh, okay, sorry, dude.
No. Tomac goes, Adam.
This is
Monster Cup, main 3. Pull over.
Yeah.
You know it.
Do you think AC would? No. Absolutely not.
Well,
That's why next year's going to be cool seeing those guys battle out who's fluffing each other.
I could see AC winning Monster Cup too. Get on that 450 and just...
No, both of them are going to fall on one of them.
Nah.
Dude, come on.
AC wins Monster Cup. I'm all in. All right.
Really?
Yeah, Monster Cup, dude. You kidding me? It's Monster Cup.
There's too many races. They're going to fall.
Oh, that's true. There's 3 of them.
If it was one...
Vincent.
What?
Pop quiz.
Uh-oh.
What's the deal with Monster Cup's track design?
What's the deal? I don't know. I'll be honest.
You're gonna be so excited right now. I know
Really?
you're like a child. So
Is it one of my ideas?
3 main events? One of them, they're going backwards.
Yes, dude. No way.
Yeah, they designed the track to be able to go both ways.
So what are they going to do with practices and stuff?
I don't know that yet. I don't know. All right, next question.
Interesting.
Does Roxon ever win a title again? Is he titleless here on the way out? Not the golf club.
Titleist just came out with a bunch of new irons. It's cool.
That was my fault, Joe. I'm sorry for setting that up.
Come on, bro.
I got to be better. I need to be better.
Not as good as Cobra,
All right.
though.
Does Roxon ever win a title again?
He can. Will he? Yes.
Whoa. All right. Next one.
That's a.
Who does better in 2020 Supercross? Webb or Anderson? Your last 2 champs.
Webb.
You think Webb beats Anderson in Supercross next year?
Yeah.
You think Webb wins it again? Is he back to back it?
Oh, I want him to.
I asked if
I
he
don't know.
will.
Yes.
All right. Who retires first?
Wait, why are we doing like these legit yes nos?
All right, then, because I don't know. Because
Keep going. Okay, this is fun.
When I let you explain things, it usually turns into
go ahead.
shorts or putting or something.
Oh,
All right.
Speaking of putting.
No. Who retires first, or do they at the same time? Baggett or Barsha?
Baggett first. Yeah.
I think they both have 1 year left on their deals. So both of them will be free agents in 2021. Do they keep going? I have this
Well,
vibe.
Barsha started his own team.
What?
Right? Didn't he do his own privateer thing?
For a second, that was more
yeah,
of a...
but it shows that he's willing to do that.
Shows that he was willing.
That's true.
The vibe...
Baggett, I don't think ever would do that.
The vibe that I get from both of them is losing a little interest. Now, Barsha was better this weekend, the last couple weeks, but whatever. The next generation coming up, Sexton, Faulkner, Ferrandis, AC, they're going to push someone out. Seeley goes out. I think Baggett, Barsha are kind of next, and then Eli and Marvin are right behind that. They got a couple years left too. Like, just look at the riders: Barsha, Baggett, Seeley, Anderson, Osborne, Muskin, Tomac. That generation is going to be going out in the next 1, 2, and 3 years. Gone, out, retired, done. Like Kennard and Millsaps and Weimer and the last generation. And I'm just curious because, again, you get to this point where you grind, and you kind of get good results, but you kind of don't. I feel like eventually they're like, I'm over this. Like Seeley. Seeley said in an interview on Pulp last week, he won a heat race this year and beat Tomac and Webb, and he didn't even feel good because the feeling went away. And I feel like the generation we're looking at now is on their way out here in the next 1 to 3 years. So just curious.
So you think both of them will go out at the same time? Well, the question was who's first?
Who's first, or do they go at the same time, which could be as soon as
I
one
say
more
Baggett first.
He's got his El Chupacabra ranch. He loves that. I mean, he'll probably end up having a facility and train rider, whatever. All right, next one.
That's a good.
This is a tough one. This is a personally tough one to ask, but I'm going to ask it.
Oh, no.
Will Aaron Plessinger ever win a 450 Supercross or motocross
event?
A main or an overall?
Yeah, of course he can.
Whoa. Of course?
Why not?
Look at who's coming up. Look at where he's at now.
Yeah, but anything's possible, dude.
I know anything's possible. I'm asking Willie.
No, you're asking Vince.
Justin
not Will.
Brayton won Daytona event.
What?
Justin Brayton won an event.
Who's Brayton riding for next year's Supercross?
Same team.
Nope. Factory Honda.
Oh, that's right. I remember reading
your
about
notes?
that. No, it
right.
wasn't, but I remember seeing that.
All right, next one. How many titles does
Wait,
Ace...
hold on. Is it part like testing? Because I remember he was testing with them
it's
before.
because Honda is spending 99% of their budget towards Ken Roczen, and the other spot means nothing to them. So instead of getting a real fluffer, they'll just give like the most solid rock human being ever the second spot.
Also, he has a relationship with them because he test rode for him. So I'm sure it's really good for their team.
Yes, he's smart. It's probably the perfect person to put next to Roczen.
Because I remember reading that, and I was thinking, I wonder if there is a thing involved where he's got to like test.
Probably is just part of it. When you take advantage of a smart person, if they're willing to test, which he is.
He could easily be a test rider for so long with those guys.
Yeah. All right.
He had a good
last question.
Life of racing.
How many titles does AC get on the 450? Remember, he's young.
Ever?
Yeah.
God, these are some really hard questions. You just want me to
fun.
throw out on a limb?
You're not going to be punished.
How
if
many
you're wrong.
450 championships, Supercross and outdoor?
Yeah. Let's go. Plus or minus of 5. Does he get more than 5 or does he go less than 5?
Way less than 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Just because of what? Because
how many championships has he ever won?
Well, Tomac's got
how many
3.
How many championships does AC have right now?
0. He's got one next weekend if he can wrap it up, unless Dylan cleans him out. Did you see Dylan getting a little rough with him?
That was cool.
Not rough, but poking him.
Yeah.
I thought it was awesome.
I think the lights class is way more fun to watch. Those guys are all
they're
aggressive.
Squirrely and they don't know what they're doing all the way. They're like a bunch of
450
I like Dylaw's style. I've been saying that for a long time.
Me too.
Hey, how about Mitchell Falk going backwards on the track and hitting Ferrandis?
Yeah, I think we got a listener question about that.
Oh, we do? Oh my God, it was awesome. I think Falk should get bonus points for that. Just turn around and go backwards and hit a dude. All right, that's my last question. Let's take a break. We'll come back with listener questions, like legitimate ones, not my questions. And we'll give away a motosport.com $250 gift card. I think we got to go after Tomac this week, Joe, correct?
Oh, definitely.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come right back with that.
Main event moto.
I hate to say it, but our NorCal Motoheads are pretty spoiled. Why? Well, where do they ride, Joe?
Riverfront, East Street, and Prairie City. And don't ask me who takes care of them trackside and during the week, because it's EMT Racing.
And who takes care of them trackside during the week, Joe?
Really, man? I literally just said EMT Racing. You didn't hear me?
That's right. If you're from Northern California and support Main Event Moto, then spin your laps at Rep Racing Tracks, buy your bikes and parts from Modesto, Honda, Cowie, KTM, and make sure EMT Racing takes care of your trackside and service needs.
Spin your laps at Rep Racing Tracks. I see what you did there. I like that.
If you're from Northern California and you're a true Motohead, then you better get your bike from Honda, Kawasaki, KTM of Modesto. They also got betas, ATVs, and side-by-sides. And if you don't know how to use Google Maps, Well, then here, I'll help you out. Visit them off of Carpenter Road in Modesto and see their track support parts trailer at all California Central Valley races. Visit www.hkmodesto.com to apply for the rider team, store deals, and upcoming events. And check them out on Instagram at Honda_Cowie_KTM.
Main Event Moto Podcast.
Ooh-wee.
Joe, Vincent's going to end up going doo-doo in his jacket again.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear that story?
Yes, that story is amazing.
Vincent's outside right now.
He's got to go caca.
Yeah, he wasn't able to get off the freeway in time, so he had to do the old hover.
Dude, coffee is like Roto-Rooter.
All right. Listener questions brought to you by Scott USA and the Prospect Goggles. First off, how we get in Tomac? What do you want to do, Joe?
What's a good hashtag for Tomac, Vinny?
I think we should do Now SX. Is that a little harsh?
Now Supercross?
Now Supercross.
That's a little harsh, but I'm cool with
boring.
that.
He don't like me anyway. I don't even care. Let's go harder. No, I'm just joking. I don't.
How do you make a lisp? Like,
he doesn't have a lisp, Vincent.
Yes, he does.
That. No, he doesn't at all. Zero.
Just, hey, dude.
That's your own. That's your Sid the Sloth accent. Like, hey, Joe, you know how I'm super bad with like the French accents?
Yeah.
Vincent is bad with his lispy Barsha. Who else gets that voice?
I think he does it perfect.
Anyone who does a stupid thing.
So Tomac, Savachi, Barsha, they're on your list.
Dude, make a hashtag.
Or what is Mike Tyson?
What's a lispy word?
What's Mike Tyson? What did Mike Tyson
So
say?
it'd be hashtag Hathtag. So it'd be HATH, TAG.
Did you see?
Don't do it.
Did you see the meme of Mike Tyson holding like a baby bird, and it said the top goes something like, when you finally hook up when you feel like you finally hooked up your friends like together, like you did something like a matchmaker, and it shows Mike Tyson holding a baby bird, and it just says on the bottom, now Kith.
All right, I got an idea this week.
Kith.
Just to piss Vincent off, because you guys have been pretty good about Snap-on Dan
hashtag.
Everybody, if you want the $250 motosport.com gift card this week, the winner will be chosen at random for who hammers Vincent's Instagram with hashtag Hathtag. HATHTAG.
Hashtag.
You guys better bring it too. I want his phone notifications
What's your
going off.
what's your Instagram thing, Vinny? What's your Instagram
my
handle?
Instagram name?
Yeah. That way they know where to find you.
Like, he wants it. He's excited. He'll get more followers.
It's like
Vincent Blair.
145 or no number?
I'm Vincent Blair.
Just I'm Vincent Blair.
And then after that, guys, for the entire week, just tell Vincent what you think about his performance on the podcast, especially you that don't like him. Entertain me. All right, Joe, is that fair?
I think that's good.
Tomac?
I think that's, yeah.
All right, listener questions brought to you by Scott USA and the Prospect Goggle. Joe, you're in charge.
Animal Style 76. I like Bud. That's all he said.
I like Bud.
I like Bud. The one and then one MX. So he has one spelled, then the number, and then MX. 1 MX.
Okay.
So 11.
How is K-Frame Wayne?
Did you see that?
I didn't see. He said, I know he followed it up, said rewatch the whole shot replay if you don't know what I'm talking about.
So right when the gate dropped, I don't know which moto it was.
It was Moto 250 Moto 1.
Something came on screen, like like when in Supercross when Ricky like points and circles something.
Yeah,
like, this inside line.
Yeah, the John Madden.
Yeah. All of a sudden, that came on the screen, and it was like, "How's the K-frame?" What did it say again?
it was a cock and balls.
Could you imagine?
With some curlies?
Could you imagine if that actually happened? There'd be some people in trouble. I thought that was funny too. Blame Weege.
And blame Grant all day long.
And Grant, yeah. Actually, blame Grant. He's the one in charge of the
and so the screenwriting said, "How is K-Frame Wayne?"
Yeah. The word out there on the street is that they think it might have been someone communicating with one of the cameramen. Like, hey, how's your K-frame?
How's K-frame?
I read that somewhere.
How's K-Frame Wayne? That's funny, man. I love that kind of stuff.
All right, just random mess ups that have like unexplanatory.
Great.
All right,
J Beard Bauer 105 DB. What privateer would you want Evan to take after the most if he can't get the big support?
None.
Quit.
Quit.
Privateer life sucks.
Yeah.
You don't want him to take out LBZ boys, man.
No, Vincent. What do you think about the LBZ days? We looked.
You guys look like a couple of pimps.
That was a time in our career. It's not the time. It was like all the time. But we were so desperate to afford to be broke privateers that we wore belts.
I liked it personally.
I
like standing out like that in weird ways. But
I don't like drawing
the
negative
privateer
attention to
life.
myself.
The privateer life was rough.
I admire the ones that do it, but I would recommend
Go to school.
You don't do it. Yeah, go to school, be an X-ray tech, and then go on a podcast later and talk about how miserable your career is.
Life sucks.
All right.
By Moto Fab. Time to retire Covington, and then he gives the little gun emoji with a question mark.
Okay, pop quiz. Vincent, do you know who Thomas Covington is?
Yeah.
Who is he?
I don't know.
Exactly.
No, I do.
I don't know what to do about.
Covington.
I don't know what to do about that one, Joe. I don't know enough behind the scenes of what in the hell. I don't know if he has Epstein-Barr or had it. Why would you come out at the very second to last race and pop in there and do nothing? There is so many questions that the answers will never be revealed on what the hell went wrong there. That needs to be dissected as a what not to do for the whole year. And it goes back to what I said at the very beginning. I think his spirit was broken when he got on a Supercross track. And it ruined everything that he had built for however many years, and whatever potential chances he had outdoors of being something, those were shattered day one of riding a Supercross track. And that's the only thing I know. Past that, I don't know. And as far as by Moto Fab's question, that's funny, but no. Like, have some sympathy for the guy. You think it's bad? Ask him how it's going. That dude is. It ain't a pleasant Sunday.
He had Epstein-Barr?
Big Air Tom. Who knows? If you have Epstein-Barr, you're not taking off 5 weeks and then coming out and racing in the humidity of Budds Creek. So I don't know, and I don't want. That's as far as I'll go. Next one.
Austin_Saunders. Denver 2020 Supercross. Let's set up a main event moto tailgate party. Thoughts?
That's on you, Joe. You answer. I'm down.
Are you down, though? Would you even have time?
Yeah, I'll sneak it in there. No one wants to hang out with me anyway. They want to hang out with you. So, I mean, literally, if we did a poll right now, Denver tailgate party, who would you want to hang out with more, Daniel or Joe? It's 95-5.
They only say that to make fun of you, though. They all want to see you.
No, they don't.
I want to see you.
You see me every 3 days a week.
I see you too much. By Moto Fab. What did he say?
He's on his Google. Oh, a MotoGP guy.
I've heard of the name. I just don't know him. But
MXGP. That's not MotoGP.
By Moto Fab comes back. He says, all good job for Ernie McCracken. Talking about Shane McElrath.
Vincent, we've talked about before when Mason was on here. Does he need to just full commit and just go straight Bruce Willis? Because he's got the comb over going on right now a little bit.
What, the hair?
He needs to commit.
I don't know.
How you doing up there? You thinning out yet? Yeah, it looks like
good, dude. Look at this emo haircut I got going on.
All right. Next one, Joe.
By MotoFab got one more, last one. This is for all three Bat Bros. What music have you been listening to lately? And then, of course, by MotoFab, why you stirring shit up, bro? He says a new Tool album is coming out, and I'm kind of excited.
What have you been listening to, Joe? On the real, I'm not even going to start shit. I'm just asking for real.
What have I been listening to? I've been listening to a bunch of random things. Let me go to my thing here. I've been listening to Radiant Children. I've been listening to the Oh My's.
You want to listen to the last song I just listened to?
I'm listening to the New
what was
Birth.
your last song? That's Evan walked in the back cave.
Evan came running in like you just rang the dinner bell.
This is what Tomac listens to before the Moto, dude. He's like, this shit is good.
No, I've been listening. My most recent. Next week. I'm going to a concert, Joe. Luke Bryan and Cole Swindell. Maggie's making me go.
Who are they?
Exactly. So I've been listening to Luke Bryan and Cole Swindell lately just to get kind of in the zone.
Just so you can sing along
Just so if something comes on,
with
I
all
go,
the other
that
Buckle
one.
Bunnies.
Oh, the Buckle Bunnies. I forgot. I don't know why Maggie want to take me to a country concert. I'm wearing my glasses. I'll tell you that right now. Staring at them Buckle Bunnies.
Yeah.
What have you been listening to? Oh, you said. Vincent, for real? Anything? You been listening to anything?
New Symphony 1 album was cool. Got me 2 weeks of fresh music.
Okay.
But I always have Bullet for My Valentine on shuffle every album. And then also, if anyone's into this, I listen to this a lot, and which is pretty cool. If you have Spotify, there's a channel called Electronic Instrumental Study Focus Mix. And what it is, it's pretty sick. It's like a lot of hip hop, kind of heavy type beat music, but no lyrics. It's super cool. No vocals.
Hey, so whenever we leave the track and go home, Evan always like, Dad, can we listen to music? And he'll listen to like 1 or 2 regular songs, and then the Jurassic Park and Godzilla theme songs come on with no lyrics and no vocals, just the theme music, and he'll listen to it the whole way
Have you
home.
listened to the soundtrack of the movie Inception?
No.
Dude, listen to it. If you listen to some of these like musical production, some of the production that's done on these movies,
good.
Like the Batman movies,
they're good.
They're sick, dude.
Hey, Joe, our song, The Fire Inside,
Oh,
main
yeah.
event song,
Good song.
it's closing in on 2 million plays on Spotify.
Nice, boys.
Almost there.
That's awesome.
I'm excited.
What idiot listens to it?
We're going to have a party.
It's got more listens than a lot of the Tool songs that are on Spotify.
Really?
Well, Tool just put all their stuff on streaming, a couple weeks ago, Joe?
Yeah,
Wait,
I
what?
think like a week ago.
I
Kill
get-
Switch Engage.
I gave it
Wait a
5
minute.
songs.
New album by Kill Switch just got a thing. Atonement is the name of their album.
The next one kind of jumps in with the whole thing, so we'll just get it. Sebastian C. Media says, "Hey, producer Joe and not Daniel Blair, how you liking the new single by Tool?" I haven't heard it yet, but I have a couple buddies ask me. So
If it was good, Joe would have been all over it, but obviously.
I haven't heard it yet. I just want to wait for the right time.
Okay.
Joe, one question for you, because been in the music industry for so long, creating it and listening to it, creating it and listening to it. What is your take when it comes to when you hear a new song from a band or whatever, or artist, excuse me? What is when you're listening to it, what is your first thing that you're going for when you listen to it? Are you listening just to the song in general, or are you listening to like production of it?
I try to just listen to the song in general, but it's so hard.
Yeah.
I don't really enjoy music. I haven't for at least 15 years.
Because you're too in it.
Too analytical on it.
Yep.
But so I try to remove that and just enjoy it. Just step back and be like, I'm not going to have an opinion. I just enjoy it. I don't listen to it how like
you
normal
you're
people listen
incapable
to
of
it.
being able to step out and just listen to
Completely, yeah. It's
the song. Let the
impossible
song
to just
actually do what
enjoy
it was
it.
like written for, like
whatever
vibe you're trying to create.
Exactly.
You can't. You're like, oh,
I can't.
this
I'm like,
guy's-
oh fuck, that snare has about 4K too much.
Yeah.
Like, I just got to get
You
to
guys
it.
are- You're jaded, Joe.
Rube _85. Nice to see Shane McElrath get that 1-1 today. Congrats to Eli Tomac for the chip. Now, who do you think will get second in the championship next weekend?
Don't care. Next question.
Cannon Smith 18.
Sorry.
What are the consequences, if any, if Eli decides to not race the final race of the Outdoor Series?
Consequences from who?
D-Riss Crawl. Wish I could watch it in person.
That was a legit question back. You just moved on super fast.
I thought that was your answer, Poppy.
Oh.
Did you want to expound, please?
What was the question again?
What
Tomac.
would happen if Eli doesn't race the last race?
Nothing.
Still gets it.
Yeah, he won the title. It's over. He can
over.
go. He might already be in Cabo.
I would.
I don't see
I
him
would.
being the type to go to Cabo.
Let me ask you this from an
If
industry
you got a
standpoint.
red
What's
plate-
the purpose of racing the last one if it's already clinched?
Representing your brand, representing your sponsors.
So it's contract,
making an extra
contract
100K,
obligation.
Riding at 90% and making 100K.
That's not bad, huh?
Yeah, I wish I could perform at 90%.
If I had a
and get
red
100K.
plate already and dialed in, giving it to me, I wouldn't take one more roost.
Exactly, and that's why you don't have a red plate. All right, next one.
D_Riss_crawl. Wish I could watch it in person. We'll make the trip from Australia one day. Be sweet. And
Australia.
Main Event Moto did a trip to Australia for a live show. Ha ha ha. It'd be a ripper.
Wow.
Pay for us
Keep
to come.
up the rad show, guys. Big love.
Man, the Aussies come in with a bunch of F words.
Fly us out.
Joe doesn't go more than 1 mile away from the Batcave, so the odds of going to Australia.
Bro, we just went to Tacoma. Like,
it was the worst
2 weeks ago.
2 days of your life, too.
It
think
was the worst 2
beard is
days of your
cool?
life. I had a pretty good time.
No, you did not.
I
Who's got the coolest
I
beard in
enjoyed you.
Moto?
Coolest beard? I don't know.
Bogle.
I
Tomax is
could-
pretty solid.
Definitely Bogle, bro.
Yeah, he
Probably Anderson.
Bogle looks like he possibly have a bird nest in his.
I don't want to talk about coolest beard. It's bird. Write that down.
Show title: Bird Nest.
Cody Siller. Will Kyle Cunningham earn a spot on a real sport support team anytime soon?
He should. No, I'm being sarcastic. No, he's a lifer privateer.
I got a listener question.
Just,
what do you think?
And that's not to be harsh. It's just the reality of the situation. I see a lot of people commenting too and writing in. John Short, give him a factory ride. I'll say it again. Does he deserve one? Dude, hell yeah. Will this sport allow it? No, because being a privateer, killing it on 450 outdoors that's been happening to riders for 20 years. You don't get rides from being good on 450 outdoor, especially when you're him and you're a 250-ish lights indoor guy.
Mm-hmm.
If he goes next year and starts poking around in the top 5 and then does this again, then yes. But right now, the 250 teams, they don't even know he's out there. I know that's sad, but that's the truth. They don't even know he's out there because they don't care. Because he's not 13 years old and throwing whips at an amateur national. If he was doing that, you'd have a better shot at getting a ride. All right, next one.
Sposhone 819. What's more likely? Bogle figures out that motos are 30 minutes, or Marvin figures out that podium speeches for third place shouldn't be 30 minutes.
Vincent can take that one.
I like this, Sposhone. That's a good one.
Vincent?
Those are good questions. You got to feel bad for the ones that can barely speak English, dude.
For someone who could barely speak English, he sure gives an extensive try every single
He pulls
time.
out every English word he knows. Just random words, you know? Start, tires. KTM, Thor, ride good. Felt good. Love wife. Team good.
for 30 minutes in a rotation.
The same words.
So here's a better question. What's a better way to get rid of the homeless? Baby Shark on blast or just Marvin podium interviews on blast to the homeless spot?
Oh, man.
I'm sorry.
That's cold.
That's funny.
That is pretty funny,
Haven't
though.
you guys seen the movie The Purge?
I have not.
Dude, watch it.
No. All right, next
That's
one.
how you get
Mountain Man 48 says, what up, pimps?
What up, Pam?
Kurt Evans.
Oh, that was it?
Is it true?
That was it.
That was it.
All right.
What's up, Mountain Man?
Oh, Bogle's beard is definitely better. That one is
Kurt
nasty.
Evans 4T says, is it true? Happy Gilmore 2?
I looked it up.
It is true.
And is it?
It is true.
I felt like the websites were more like hypothetical.
Oh, really? That's too bad.
Yeah. I
heard it's coming.
And I don't
2021.
know, I don't know if I want it, Joe.
Probably not.
Dumb and Dumber destroyed Dumb and Dumber.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't trust that these idiots can do
Where you
a
going
good
with my
film.
gloves, punk?
It's rare
Where
that,
you go,
that a
I don't-
sequel.
Pulls them down,
I do not
dude.
trust that they will do it right.
I agree.
So don't do
I
it.
agree.
Okay. Can't believe we agree on something when it comes to movies.
Marky Mark 51. Daniel, have you ever been to Fast Fridays in Auburn?
No, I have not.
Badass Speedway racing every Friday night.
I heard it's cool. This little kid that's Evan's age that he rides with a little bit has been doing that, like on those the little drifter bike thingies with no brakes and stuff. This little kid named Mike McGrath, and he's been doing it, and he's killing it. I heard it's cool. I want to go up there and check it out and just watch. I heard it's pretty sick.
Captain Deuce 83. Should Loretta's implement a rule where no former pros can race and no one with an amateur contract can race?
Let's ask Vincent that question.
It should be a true amateur national.
My problem is I am such a Mike Brown fan that I won't accept that question because I know what he's getting at. Vincent, what do you think? Mike Brown goes to Loretta's every year and just kicks the crap out of everybody.
Are you considered an amateur after being a pro, and not only that, but like a dominating pro?
Like
That's
a champion. A champion.
I think it's cheap.
So you don't like that he's there?
No.
I honestly think it sucks that.
No, I see that
But
all
the
the
problem
time.
is I love Mike Brown. So I just.
But what about me? I'd probably get smoked by some of them amateurs.
Dude, you wouldn't even. You'd get 18th in the B class 450.
What? Come on.
Okay, my bad.
If I was
25th.
if I was racing
My
a
bad.
lot and like wanting to be a part of it and doing it, You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Mike Brown, of all people.
Mike Brown's a little extreme. The truth is Vincent, your career doesn't justify you being booted from that. You never.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you never got a 2-digit number.
Exactly.
Neither did I. So we should be allowed to go back. In fact, I'm actually thinking about it.
30 plus.
No, 40.
40
I got to
plus.
go because the 25. Well, whatever. I don't change the subject. Just next one.
Mike Wilson, 321. Tell me you guys loved the El Hombre fist pump when he got past Zacho.
So Vincent Anderson passes Osborne and then gave the old fist pump and then posted on social media like, I hate losing to him. He hates losing to me. We were battling. I had to, he something kind of smart aleck. And even Osborne was like, that was sick. Like, they're homies, dude. There's.
Do you think that those guys
mutual
even give a
respect.
crap about Outdoor too?
I think they do.
Not nearly as much,
There's
man.
no way that they don't to have to work that hard.
I have another serious question. This is a serious one. What if Outdoor was first?
Uh,
Do you think they would care more? Don't you think that Outdoor being after Supercross?
that's honestly.
Just pretend it is.
I know.
It
It is. And now there's a big gap in between the second one. The truth is that I don't even want to answer a question that has less than a 0% chance of ever happening.
Okay, but I'm just saying. Okay, then can you agree that
These guys will be riding on motorized tricycles before that ever could happen.
Okay,
Motorized.
Okay, okay.
I know what you
But
mean.
what I'm saying is, do you think that these guys don't give a damn? Partly because of the season long of Supercross, and then now we're in Outdoor, and then all it takes is a couple bad rounds, and you're like,
I wouldn't say they don't give a damn, but I'll tell you right now, they don't give as much of a damn. That's unless you're Tomac, who takes advantage of that.
or unless you like break your wrist at round 1 Anaheim, and then you're like, and you're all fired up for Outdoor because you missed Supercross.
If right now, if every team said, hey, same pay, everything's the exact same, Outdoors is an option. You can do it or not. I would predict that 75% of the factory riders would not ride Outdoor. If they didn't have to. If it wasn't part of their deal.
Agreed. And why? Because Outdoor is lame.
That's not true. Let's just make sure everyone knows that the people that host this show happen to also have a somewhat connection to the Outdoors. I think Outdoors are great. Next question.
M. Gomes 911. Is TLD second guessing letting go of McElrath to star, or does one race not prove enough?
Both. They probably would have loved to kept him if he's riding like this and everything was all good. And then at the same time, that was an unbelievably odd day. I wouldn't say odd. It was a very surprising day. So you can't go off that and go, oh, everything's good. I mean, we'll see how he does next week. If Shane backs it up with a podium, then it's like, okay. But if he goes 5-7 next week, then Budds Creek will be its own day, and it will have nothing to do with anything else. But if he backs it up, then there's more to it.
Yeah, you can't just
You can't come out in 1-1 and then say everything's fixed.
Yeah, one-hit wonders or not, they
Yeah.
don't count.
Chase Bailey 918. With AC moving to 450s, who do you think Dylon's biggest threat in the West will be?
Depends on. I'm really, really wondering where Faulkner and Sexton are going to go. I give Ferrandis the top spot on the, I guess you would call it the pecking list, right? He's number 1 going into next year. Faulkner, Sexton are probably number 2A, 2B. I'm super curious to who is going to dodge the other one. You know what I mean? There's no way all three will end up on the same. One of them is going to dodge the other two, or maybe two of them dodge Ferrandis. I don't know. But I think next year I'm interested to see who's ready to go up against Ferrandis and go at him. And that's why sometimes I do wish there was no East and West. I would love to see those three in Supercross all together. I think it'd be
that's
great,
cool.
but
Yeah.
it won't happen. We'll get to see it probably twice next year at the 2 showdowns. But
That's cool.
yeah, next one, Joe.
Cody 975 Piscatelli.
What's up, Cody?
He says, how the F did Jet Lawrence pull off 5 feet before the finish line and head back to the pits? Stank Dog did the same thing at Mountain View Moto a few weeks back.
He's a rebel. He does he does his own thing. He does what he wants. The AMA rules will not bound him. Okay? He does he.
He does he. I like that.
Yeah, and I really don't know why he did that. And I'm sure the team was like, bro, like just a couple. I don't know. That was silly, but I don't know what to say about that.
Kyle Loring 656. Does Vincent have a slip and slide freestyle career ahead of him?
I scraped the shit out of my knees.
Honestly, Vincent, that was the best Instagram. Maybe the bar is so low for Instagram videos.
What, dude?
Well, dude, the last 4,000 have been you just swinging with a bunch of drawings and mile per hours and whatever.
The last, I have more photos with my family than I do with golf. So.
Yeah, because everyone told you to stop. But anyways, Joe, I don't know if you saw it, but Vincent did one where each kid went flying by on the slip and slide, and then there was like a pause, slow motion, and then Vincent comes in late with his dad bod holding a Coors Light.
Chugging
pretty
it
good.
as I was sliding.
I might have even.
Did you LOL?
I did a little chuck.
Did you LMAO?
It was a COL. I chuckled out loud. All right, next one.
GP Moto. What should be Falk's penalty for completely screwing Ferrandis over in Moto 2? Riding backwards on the track is a no-no that even amateurs know better.
This is going to come across as super harsh, and I apologize ahead of time, but he doesn't need any added-on penalty. He's about to probably be unemployed, so that's enough of a penalty. And that, again, I'm being a little harsh, but I'm joking.
All right, this one's serious. Joey Lucenti, number 8.
I immediately feel bad about what I just said.
It's all right. Move on.
I regret.
Here, I want your real opinion on this one.
Which means this is going to be a ridiculous question.
Is Eli or Levi showing up to round 1 of A1?
Jeez.
This is the most theory crafting, dice throwing podcast ever.
Like this episode or just us in general?
Just all the time.
Yeah, I feel like we do a lot of hypotheticals.
Backs against the wall. Who's going to die first? Damn.
I don't know, Joe. A zebra don't change his stripes, man.
Oh. Why do you don't like him?
That's not true.
I'm trying to
That's not true.
Trying to stir it up.
A little bit, but
no,
what do you have against Tomac, Daniel?
Here's the thing. I like everybody, but there's other ones that I like way more, and he doesn't.
You
make
are
that
a
list.
politician, man.
No, I do. I like Eli.
What a slippery little slip out.
I mean, why? Okay, if I didn't like him, then why would I choose the Eli Tomac bell helmet for my kid? If I didn't like him,
Maybe because he likes Tomac.
no, Evan doesn't.
You know who?
Evan doesn't like Tomac.
Gio's favorite rider is Eli Tomac.
Yeah. Anyways, move on.
And he was glad he won.
I don't not like him. There's just never been a connection there and communication. And maybe I'm just a faulty, flawed human being that I like people that I like more, that I get along with and talk to more. But he doesn't communicate back to me, so maybe it's hard to get amped on a guy who won't talk to me when I ask him
Oh, so it's
questions.
personal.
Oh,
It is. It is. And again, I don't not like him, but hey, I'm sorry, but between him and
why don't you
Cooper
just
Webb,
be honest? It feels good to be honest.
Okay, be honest.
I hate Marvin Musquin. Okay.
You hate him? What did he do to you?
He ruined the sport.
No, he didn't ruin the sport.
He was one of the first cheaters.
I don't dislike anyone, but I maybe like certain ones better, the ones that I have a relationship with, and the ones that I don't, I'm whatever.
Yeah.
Joe, who do you like better, me or Vincent? You have more of a relationship with me. You like me better. It's nothing against Vincent. You don't hate him.
I'm out of here.
You like me better than him. Just admit it.
Nah. We're closing this out with honesty. I don't think that,
dude.
That doesn't equate.
All right, we're going 5 more minutes of the show. Brutally honest, no holding back. Joe, who do you like better, me or Vincent?
I like you both equally.
That is not true.
I like Evan the most.
Oh,
Joe,
Evan
I want to let you know
talk.
that I would not be butthurt.
Go grab your chair and pull up right there. We'll give you. We'll
No,
Evan in the last
because
5
they're
minutes.
not. They don't equate. It's not a good analogy. But I hear what you're saying though.
Who do you like more, Joe? The Motoheads know.
We're talking about athletes though. We're not talking about like friends. You're not.
As an athlete, I respect.
Evan.
Dude, Tomac is awesome as an athlete.
Which cousin do you like more?
Who?
Gio or Ollie?
Just who's your favorite?
Talking to the microphone.
Well, both of them are really nice. Gio, because he's really good at like figuring out games to play and stuff, and Ollie's good at.
Who do you like more?
being funny.
Just who do you like more?
I don't know.
If you right now could
Be honest.
if you could play with one of them for 1 hour right now, who'd it
If
be?
somebody put a knife to your throat right now,
I don't
My
know.
God!
We're going pilot. I don't know.
If someone took a Nerf gun to your head. and
Talking
said,
the microphone.
Oh.
Gio or Ollie?
Kind of a little bit Ollie, because Gio, he's kind of a little bit sensitive sometimes, so he's just a little bit sensitive.
It's all right. You're being honest.
Evan, who do you like more, Uncle Vincent or Auntie Ari?
I'm not saying.
I know he doesn't do those ones.
I don't
Joe,
do that.
who do you like more, me or Vincent? Stop being
Say it.
political.
Say it.
I'm not being political.
Answer
It's
the
not.
question.
It's not the same question.
Knife to your throat,
Listen,
Joe.
Daniel.
Knife
Gio,
to the
Knife to the throat. I gotta say Vince.
That's
Gio,
not-
I was gonna
you're
say
a
Gio or Joe likes you more, but he loves me more.
Oh.
There could be that.
Whatever.
We got two more. This is lightning rounds. In 5 years, what will there be more of at the local track? Suzuki's or electric bikes?
Oh.
What do you think, Ev?
Suzuki's or electric bikes?
Kind of think electric bikes because they're making more electric bikes. Like in the KTM Junior now, it's all electric bikes.
Oh my gosh.
So I think
He knows more about the sport than Uncle Vincent.
He rides every day.
All right, Joe, no more listener questions off there. Let's give Evan 3 questions. Last night, Joe, McElrath goes 1-1.
you like
Tomac
that,
goes 1-1.
but I go 1-1-1. So take
One.
that.
One
Oh,
more.
we.
4 ones last night. So Joe, let's give Evan 3 questions about his night. Let's do a Will Christian podium interview to last night's big winner in the 50 class.
What are your first thoughts? How'd it feel?
Well, I don't know. I had a pretty good battle in the 7 to 8.
Come on, Marvin.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, get to it, Marv.
I'm sorry.
You want to thank your sponsors?
Yeah.
Who are your sponsors?
I'm gonna try to remember all of them.
All right, here we go.
Fly Racing.
Yep.
Hassiker, Scott Goggles, Bell, Eagle Grit. I think Nut Up, or am I sponsored by Nut Up?
What do they do for you?
I don't know. I remember one time I saw a sticker of Nut Up on there before. I think.
Kids are so cool. As much as I hate kids,
In this
I love kids.
bat cave full of political liars who won't answer questions, looking straight
Yeah,
into
whatever
your
happened
soul,
to honesty round?
Joe? I like when someone's in here being honest, Joe.
Me too, bud.
And also,
Me too.
also, I remember another one. Exclusive graphics, I think. Or is
Exclusive.
It elusive?
Exclusive.
Elusive graphics.
That's close.
What up, Jared?
It's close. It's close.
Elusive graphics.
All right, Evan. Good job last night. Where are we going next? Where are we going today after this show is over?
Hangtown.
What are we doing? What are we working on today?
Front break.
Why?
Because I'm not really doing good coming into the corners.
No.
But I'm good coming out and the momentum.
Yeah, okay. What do you think about Uncle Vincent, honestly? Is he a letdown of an uncle? He's never watched you race.
Wow, are you getting back to this again?
He's never watched you race ever.
I feel kind of sad about it, but I mean, he might not have the time because he has his golfing thing. So he might not have the time.
Hey,
or
Evan.
he just doesn't like watching.
Would you like it if he made the time for you?
I would love it.
Would you like it if Uncle Vincent took one day off of his hobby to come watch his nephew?
Yeah.
So check this out. Sac Raceway is every other Friday.
He doesn't do Sac Raceway anymore.
You were
I'm too
just
good.
there.
I'll tell
No,
you.
we haven't been there in months.
I'll
We
tell
don't
you
go there
why.
anymore.
I was too good for the 50 class. They made me ride my 50 in the 65 class.
'Kay.
And then the second night, I won that class.
So where'd you race last night?
Riverfront. Shout out Rep Racing.
Okay.
Killing it.
Racing.
So I get every other Friday off, and then I work every other weekend, and it just seems like, with the weekend that I have off.
So you know what's happening right now, Evan? I'm going to teach you something about life. That's called excuse making and being full of it.
Okay. I'm just saying that anytime you guys are racing Friday, it's because I'm working that day.
How does it make your heart feel, Evan?
I
Oh
don't know.
my God.
I mean, not that left out because,
You're used to it by now?
kind of used to it. And, I don't think he's ever watched me before. And I
have
think
watched you before a
have.
bunch of times. I've raced you out at Big Mike's. Remember, I smoked you.
Did you hear that? Uncle Vincent only wants to do it if he can do it too. It's never all about you. He has to be involved.
Yeah,
Tell you what,
You just gotta be
let's
involved.
plan it right now.
You can ride
When's the
my
next
55.
race? What's your race schedule? Let's
3
go.
weeks.
You're not racing for another 3 weeks?
And then it's every week all the way to Monster Cup.
Yep.
Where?
One more Riverfront and 5 Little Okies.
Little Okie rules.
You know, that's Joe's rap name.
Little Okie.
Lil Okie.
So when is Riverfront?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
All right, we got to get going. Huge shout out to Nature's Bakery, Fly Racing, Skivvy Underwears, Mika Metals, Scott USA, No Toil, Honda Cowie, KTM of Modesto, Guts Racing, EMT Racing, Key Bar, Rep Racing, and Motosport.com. And Joe, I got a little update for you and for the cool listeners out there.
All right.
The Android version of the Main Show is in approval stages right now.
Ooh,
it's done.
wait.
It's waiting to be approved. It's almost released. It'll be released by the next time we do the show.
Damn.
How excited are you?
Don't write checks your ass can't cash, buddy.
September
All right.
6th?
Yes.
I'm off.
You're going to go.
I'll go.
Yeah.
You better win.
Oh, I will.
Joe, what are the odds that Uncle Vincent goes to Riverfront?
I'm going to give it a 20%.
Ouch.
What?
Out of a 10, I'll give it a...
It's all right.
You pick me up.
0.9.
It's all right.
Pick me up.
It's all right, Evan. It's okay.
It's a night race, too.
Sometimes members of your family, blood relatives...
How long does it
sometimes
take to get a CCW?
Sometimes blood members of your family don't love you. It's okay. You just got to learn to kind of work around that. So
I might need to bring like a defense weapon.
Just remember, Evan, K-Frame Wayne loves you.
Take that broom right there.
Yeah, I'll use this broom as a weapon.
All right, good show, guys. Thanks for coming in so early, Vincent. Good luck today on the links.
I'm not playing today. It's
liar.
Ollie's birthday party.
Thank you, Joe,
Of course.
for
You don't have to thank
Evan,
me,
what'd
bro.
you get Ollie for his
let me
birthday?
know when your political career starts, since
What?
you all of a sudden decided to be a politician today and not be honest. Just tell me you like me more.
You ain't got to thank me for shit.
Just say you like me more. We can be fine.
I can't, bro.
Oh, my
I met Vince before I met you. I've known him longer.
Yeah, we've done some things.
Oh,
You know
me
what?
and Joe
You know,
had it.
actually, no. Joe,
And
you know
and I had
why
it.
Joe likes me more is because I had his back. That damn raccoon, man.
That damn raccoon.
Damn raccoon. Did you ever see that story?
Damn raccoon bit my hand off.
All right, good show, guys. Later.
Main event, Moto. Screw it. You know it by now.